Welcome to Unapologetically Alive, the voice of the voiceless, the breath of the survivor. This is where truth breathes, wounds alchemize, and the soul remembers her own medicine. How deep can we go? Deeper than you've ever dared? Deeper than the surface love that smiles for the picture but cries in the dark? Because, baby, we're not skimming waters today. We're diving into the molten center, the place where love is currency, and the heart is the only bank that matters. And you know what they don't tell you? Before you can spend that kind of love out in these streets, you got to deposit it in here, in the vault of your own soul, into the trembling sacred chambers of your own chest. I had to stand barefaced in the mirror, look myself in the eye, and speak the truth like a spell. I love you. I love and accept you unconditionally, no matter who, no matter what. That's my truth, my quote, the mantra that taught me how to love myself for real. Not the convenient kind, not the half-measured kind, the lightning strike kind, the kind that rewrites bloodlines, burns old contracts to ash, and builds a fortress where only truth can live. Because for years, my love was an open bar, free to whoever was thirsty, no matter how they drank, no matter what they broke on their way in or their way out. And that was how heartbreak, betrayal, and jealousy became the soundtrack of my life, on repeat. Until I learned the art of boundaries, the walls that don't block love, but protect it. That's when the fire in my heart started burning for real. When I say fire in the heart, I'm not talking about a sweet little candlelight glow. I'm talking about the kind of fire that forges swords and souls. The kind that burns away illusions, melts off the mask, and makes it impossible to go back to who you were pretending to be. This wasn't a weekend retreat kind of healing. This was years in the kiln, in the furnace. 5 years of shadow work, starting June 25th, 2019, when the mask of my husband finally slipped and I saw what was real. From that moment on, the fire didn't stop. It was sleepless nights in 2020. It was ayahuasca in 2024. It was 4 years of boundaries learned the hard way. And let me tell you, I didn't even know what a boundary was until 2022. I thought boundaries were those invisible lines on a map that told you where one state ends and another begins. I had no idea they could exist inside a person, let alone inside of me. So when I lived from the heart, I lived without guardrails. I lived without locks on the doors. And that's why narcissists, heartbreakers, users, manipulators, jealous ones kept circling back like vultures. The first time I used my own quote, like medicine, it wasn't pretty. It was the summer of 2022. I was waiting for my divorce to finalize. My mouth had been cut open 3, maybe 4 times for surgeries. I was allergic to the antibiotics they gave me, and my body was inflamed. My spirit was inflamed, and my heart, man, my heart was just tired. I spent that entire summer in pain, in the bed more than out of it, living off applesauce and yogurt because that's all I could get down. Some days I whispered to God, just take me. I can't do this anymore. Sometimes I yelled, God, please just take me. I can't do this anymore. And sometimes I reached out to my grandmother in the spirit and I said, why? Grandmommy, why me? Can I please just come and join you? And then one afternoon, my youngest son came in my room. He was 15. And his voice cracked like a truth that couldn't wait. He said, Mama, you're deteriorating. Mama, you are deteriorating. You have to do something. Mama, you have to do something. Ooh, baby. That broke me wide open. I told him, oh, okay, I will. I don't know what, but I will. I will do something. After he left out of my room, I lay there taking inventory of the faces, the betrayals, the lies I'd swallowed to keep the peace. And it hit me. The one I'd abandoned longest was the smallest one, my inner girl. If I wanted a new life, I had to love her first. I had to become the mother, the father, the witness she never had. I placed my hand over my heart and I whispered like a vow. I won't leave you. I will learn your language. I will learn to love you. I'll guard your joy like a temple. And that's when the choice appeared like a door I could finally open. That day, I made a choice. Get up, shower, do my hair, get dressed, even if I wasn't going anywhere. So I got up, naked, walking toward the shower. I passed the mirror, saw my reflection, and almost looked away. I got in the shower, and I let the water hit me like it was washing off years of heaviness. And I cried. Oh, I cried so hard. I cried so hard I couldn't even tell where the steam ended and my tears began. And when I stepped out, I faced that mirror. Full body, no hiding. Looking me in my own eye. And I said, Tracie Nicole, I love you. I accept you. I love and accept you unconditionally, no matter who and no matter what. And that's when the war started. Not out there, in here. My subconscious started screaming like it was on a bullhorn. If you're so lovable, how come nobody stayed? If you're so worthy, why'd they betray you? If you're so beautiful, why'd they choose her? If you're so good, why did they treat you so bad? If you're so beautiful, why'd they treat you so ugly? I could feel those words trying to bulldoze mine. So I fought back. I turned up the fire in my heart, and I looked myself dead in the eye, and I said it louder. I love you. I accept you. I honor you, baby. I feel you, baby. No matter who and no matter what. And I said it over and over and over again until my voice shook. I said it until my breath steadied. I said it until I believed it more than I believed the lies. So here's what I learned. Love is currency. And just like currency, if you give it all away without boundaries, a budget, you end up bankrupt. Not because love runs out. Love is infinite. But because your access to it gets blocked when you're constantly overdrafting your own heart account. So from that summer on, I decided no more counterfeit connections, no more emotional Ponzi schemes, no more free-for-all access to my sacred. Because love without boundaries is self-abandonment, self-betrayal. And self-betrayal and self-abandonment is spiritual bankruptcy. The heart foundation I carry now, it is not fragile. It is rooted in self-knowledge and self-awareness and reinforced with no's that feel like sacred yeses to my soul. It's a heart that gives, but only in alignment, only with boundaries, only in truth. You see, I don't treat boundaries like cold stone walls anymore. They're living gates. Gates I hold the keys to. Gates that decide what love, energy, and truth may enter. And what has to wait outside until it's aligned. When my gates stand strong, I stop discounting my worth to soothe someone else's discomfort. I stop letting people make withdrawals from my heart without ever placing a deposit of care. And I start teaching my inner child by example. Not just in words, but in practice. That her safety is sacred, her joy is holy ground, and neither will ever be given up again for negotiation. So now I'm asking you, have you made your first deposit? Not into them, into you. Have you stood barefaced, no filters, and told yourself the truth you're desperate to hear from someone else? Have you spoken to your own reflection like it's your first love? Let's try it right now. Put your hand on your chest, over your heart. Breathe in. And now breathe out. And say this with me, out loud, even if your voice shakes. I love you. I accept you. I love and accept you unconditionally, no matter who and no matter what. Say it again. I love you and I accept you. I love and accept you unconditionally, no matter who and no matter what. Get in a mirror and say it again and again and again, louder and louder and louder, deeper and deeper and deeper until it starts to feel like your truth in your bones. You see, the deeper I went into my own heart, the more I realized the voice I was searching for was already speaking inside me. And in episode 5, we're walking through the gates that love built. Because once the heart is reborn, it's not afraid to be seen anymore. And when the heart is seen, and I mean truly seen, it becomes magnetic. It draws in the real ones and repels the counterfeit. And it builds a world where your love is no longer a currency for survival, but the wealth of your entire existence. Baby, keep making those deposits. Your heart is your home. Funded like your life depends on it. Because it does. This is the frequency of truth, and I'm grateful you met me here. I'm healer Tracie Nicole, the traveling energy shaman. And remember, love you to light, and follow for more frequency shifts. And know this, every word I speak is currency. My truth is treasure. My voice opens gates that stay open forever. As you receive this, may you rise in abundance with me, for the blessing that leaves my lips multiplies in us both. It is sealed, it is done, and it is already flowing.